Hi everyone, I'm Barbie Svetec from the Faculty of Organization and Informatics of the University of Zagreb in Croatia. And for those of you interested in learning design and working in the area of learning design, I'm going to present the innovative balanced design planning or BDP concept. The second part refers to learning outcomes. So we start in the BDP tool from the learning outcomes, and this is actually the main thing that we have to keep in mind all the time. So I'm going to insert several learning outcomes. I will, for example, pick one learning outcome, describe the concept of innovative teaching approaches that stimulate student engagement and deep approach to learning. I will have to select a level. The levels are presented in line with the revised Bloom's taxonomy. So this is going to be the level of understanding. And here in the middle, what you have to insert is the weight. The weight actually refers to the relative importance of this learning outcome in relation to the entire course. So how important is this learning outcome in comparison to other learning outcomes and in relation to the whole course? And the weights can be actually determined in different ways. They can be, for example, determined in a group discussion, or you can use multi-criteria decision-making methods. When it comes to the tool, it's all the same. You're going to need the final weight, so the number. I will put in 8, the weight 8 for this learning outcome. And once I click save, the tool takes me back to the overview of the course, and I have my learning outcome inserted here. If I want, and of course I want to add another learning outcome, I will again click on the yellow plus sign, new learning outcome, and add another learning outcome. So this will be in relation to this course, design and implement flipped classroom and work-based learning in the online environment, taking into account the study and subject field and students' background and needs. In terms of the level, this is going to be the applying level. And in terms of the weight, I'm going to put 12. And I'm just going to save this. So now here on the list of the learning outcomes, you can see that I already have 2 learning outcomes and their weights amount to 20. So the total weight is 20. This means that I'm not already done with the planning of my course. I would need to add additional learning outcomes, which are also a part of this course. The aim is that the total weight at the end is balanced at 100. So you add as many learning outcomes as you have in related to your course, and take into account that the total weight is always 100 and that their individual weights are divided within this 100 and correspond to their relative importance in the course. So of course, you're going to add additional learning outcomes here, depending on how many learning outcomes you have. And then at the bottom of the page, you have another part which is called course access. Here you have a possibility to invite contributors, and by clicking on this link, you can copy it and actually share it with your colleagues, who can then accept your invitation and contribute to the course. They can actually work collaboratively with you and make their own contributions. If you want to share your design, but not to enable others to do any modifications or make any contributions, you can pick the link on the right, which is called Share Your Design. And here, by copying this link and sharing it with your colleagues, you can just share your design. They can see it, but they will not be able to do any additional changes. So I hope this was useful. This was just an introductory part. So now you know how to access the tool and how to open a course and how to insert the basic course details and the learning outcomes. And after that, once you've done that, you will go into deeper planning of topics, of units, of teaching and learning activities, and all the corresponding details, which is something I'm going to explain in the next video. Thank you very much and enjoy working with the BDP tool.